I am very happy right now. I posted my War and Peace vlog and I've been receiving the funniest of messages, the loveliest of messages, the most supportive messages. The response has been absolutely brilliant. It's been so fun, like this whole journey, and finally like the culmination of everything that I've been through. Like all of the existential crises that I had, they were all worth it because of you guys. You inspire me to defeat myself. You know what I mean? Like I put my own barriers, I put my own limits, and you help me break through them. So like I really appreciate it. I'm having so much fun reading the comments and interacting with you guys. It's really made my day. You know, sometimes you have a really bad week and then on Sunday, boom, something good happens and you're suddenly like, maybe living isn't that bad. I'm currently about to film an annotation flip through of Vicious for my Patreons. So go check my Patreon down below if you want to. It's going to be there. You can do whatever you want with that information. Putting it out into the ether. Talking about the ether. Hi, hello. Currently reading. Let's go. I actually have reading updates. I know, that's shocking. After War and Peace, I feel like this burst of reading momentum has entered me. not momentum, motivation. That's what I meant to say. Last night I started this book, which was sent to me for Christmas, and it is Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. My bookmark matches the cover, and I am actually like weirdly proud of that. Like, I just love matching the bookmarks to the book covers. It gives me this sense of success and satisfaction that nothing else gives me. So yeah, there we go, it matches. And I haven't read that much. I'm only this far in, which is page 36 out of 300. So far, the writing is very peculiar. It's definitely not like the Atlas Six. If you thought the author's name was familiar, it's because she's also written the Atlas Six. So far, it's very different, the writing, I mean. I'm very interested to keep on reading and just see how this love story develops, how it's probably going to end, because it is giving me depression, it's giving me heartache, and you know, my current state of emotion, maybe I need to read a book like this, because reading about other people's sadness may distract me from my own. I said what I said. Talking about sadness, I am going to be starting a book that I've heard is very devastating, and that is Yolk by Mary H.K. Choi. I also matched it to the cover high. I don't have a yellow one, so I had to go for the minimal color, but it's working. It's working. It's working. I'm never gonna get tired of this. Like, come on now. I want to talk to the dust jacket designer, and also I want to talk to this whole team and just like congratulate them for being this, you know what I mean? So this story is about two sisters who were really close when they were little, but family trauma like separates them or something, but then they have to come back together because one of them gets cancer. I myself have a really soft spot for sister stories, and I feel like I haven't read enough of them. So I feel like I'm going to be projecting a lot of my own feelings for my sister in this book. Not that we're estranged. I'm just saying I love my sister so much, and I feel like this sister bond is going to be very peculiar in the way that they're going to be describing it and what they're going to be going through. I just feel like I'm going to project a lot of myself and my sister into this book, and that could go either way. That could actually destroy me and leave me defenseless. This book could really probably, honestly, it's going to put me in a coma. And that's fine. I can't wait.
I have to laugh. I'm sorry. This is so ridiculous. I can't stand here. I can't sit here and hear this.
Apart from reading updates, I also wanted to share this really beautiful gift that I received. Look at it. Oh, this was sent to me by Rose Forever, and they are this company that designs luxurious bouquets of roses that are handpicked, and they can last up to a year. They smell amazing. This is my romance era, and this completes the look. I'm gonna say it. It makes me feel like I'm in love. It makes me feel like life is beautiful. It adds so much life to my room. I am going to be leaving their website down below because they have so many options and colors. Like, they don't only have white roses, they also have blues and blacks and reds and pinks. Can't stop looking at them, can't stop smelling them. I have never been the same. So there we go. Hi. I've been having a great time. I've been watching a lot of anime again. For a second there, I was in this really huge anime slump and I didn't watch anything for the longest time. But then, because of my buddy watch on my server of Haikyuu Season 3, my love has been rekindling, and now I'm about to start season 4 of My Hero Academia. I've missed Bakugo and Deku so much, so I'm so excited to be back in the My Hero Academia world. And I'm also watching Angels of Death with my server. It's a very interesting anime. I started it knowing nothing, so I was very shocked. Like, episode 1, I was screaming because honestly, it's insane, but I love it. I love that I'm watching it with the server as well, because the constant screaming and the constant what just happened and the constant what is going on, it's just amazing. In terms of K-dramas, I'm currently watching Happiness, which is this 12-episode K-drama. It does deal with a post-COVID world, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's really interesting because it's the first K-drama that I've seen that mentions COVID and like is set in a post-COVID world, so that is very interesting. I am going to go now. I'm probably going to watch an episode of my K-drama just because I want to. I don't know why I have to explain myself, but yeah, I want to watch my K-drama, so that's what I'll do. Tell me about your day. Tell me about what you're currently watching or reading, how you're feeling, how's 2022 treating you so far. Tell me everything. I want to know everything. Speak to a manager because I have so much beef with this book. And it's so disappointing because the fact that it's only January and I've already found my most disappointing read of 2022 that I have to laugh. I wanted to love this book so much. And this book was so hyped. It's so beautiful. It sounded like it was going to destroy me in the best way possible. It just ended up destroying my love for reading. I hate reading. I wish I were illiterate. I hate it here. I want to unalive myself. I want to be fossilized. You know what I mean? Like, Yolk was a waste of time for me personally. It made me feel annoyed, bored, angry. I don't know if you saw my previous mentions of Yolk, but I was so excited. I was like a little kid on Christmas waiting to read this book because the reviews are raving about this book. 5 stars, 4.5 stars. The average rating on Goodreads is 4.08 stars. So tell me why this is my first 1 star in like 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to go through this when nobody else did? I feel like I read a book different from everybody else. I feel like I got the wrong manuscript. I feel like I'm never, ever, 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 ever again trusting the beauty of a book on the outside. I have learned my lesson. With that said, I will probably still judge books by their covers. I still do want to commend whoever designed this because it is truly like a work of art. I just wish the inside of the book was a work of art as well. I love morally gray characters as much as the next girl, but these weren't morally gray. There's nothing interesting about them. There's nothing redeemable. They're just textbook toxic, and it's never talked about. It's just this toxic behavior never gets called out. It's just taken as if it were normal, as if everybody did this. And that's the thing, so many reviews kept calling this book super relatable, brutally honest, funny. I also saw a few reviews that said this is exactly how my sister and I are, and I just felt really sad because I have a sister and I love my sister, but if she ever spoke to me the way that June spoke to Jane or vice versa, our two main characters, the sisters, if my sister ever spoke to me like that, I would not consider her my sister anymore. That's it. That plain and simple. I do not accept toxic behaviors into my life, and neither should anyone. So if you don't know, lucky you. This story follows two sisters. We have Jane and June gets diagnosed with cancer. So these estranged sisters now need to come together because they're the only ones that can take care of each other. And you'd think this is going to be like a healing story. It's going to be, you know, an exploration of relationships and character growth. And just like in general, it's going to be a good book. You'd be wrong. You'd be so wrong. I feel like one of the main things that made me mad is the portrayal of eating disorders. I know that it's different for everyone, but for me, the way that it was written, it almost felt like it was just a quirk that the character had. Like it was just added as like this little extra personality trait. And the way that it was portrayed as well, I just feel like it was done so poorly. I'm just like honestly, deeply, psychologically, existentially, molecularly confused. Everybody on booktube loved it. It's their new favorite book, and I just want to know why. I want to be on that train, but apparently I took the other one. I took the other train. So as you can see, I'm a little bit pressed. And honestly, all I want to do is move on from this book. I don't really want to give it more time in my life. I feel like it's done enough damage. So in the spirit of moving on, I do want to talk about the other book that I've been reading, which, you know, I've been loving. Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. I am actually so surprised to be loving this book right now. I am currently on page 137 and this has 300. I just gotta say it, the writing is spectacular. It's heart-wrenching, it's beautiful, it's, oh my god, it's everything. Like when I'm reading this book, I'm reading this book. Like there's nothing else that I would rather be doing. And it's been a while since I felt like that. So I'm loving my experience reading Alone with You in the Ether. Last night I got to this one part where I annotated just 3 whole pages, one after the other, because the scene and the way that it was built and the writing and the atmosphere, it was perfect. If you're a hopeless romantic like me, you're going to absolutely love this. If you like romanticizing your life and romanticizing random strangers, even if you didn't like the Atlas 6, I would say give this one a chance, especially if you're looking for a book that's not really plot-based, it's more character-based, because we are following these two characters called Reagan and Aldo, and it's just them getting to know each other, and it's the tension, the banter, the discussions that they have about life and love. Olivia Blake does like flaunting her knowledge on different categories of science. So there's a little bit of that, there's a little bit of math, but it's okay. You know, you just push through those moments of what are we talking about right now? You're going to get to some amazing moments. And there have been some quotes or some internal thoughts of the characters that I'm just like, whoa, that's too personal. Don't go there. So it's been a joy to read this, and I can't wait to keep on reading this, but I'm not going to be doing much reading of this today because I need to read Iron Widow. Okay, listen, I know this is for my Patreon. I know I'm not supposed to mention it, but since this is going to be the majority of my activity today, because this is January's pick for our buddy read, and I need to do a reading vlog, I need to do a live show, I need to do a bunch of stuff, and we're like 10 days away from finishing January, so I need to speed this along. So today I'm mostly going to be reading Iron Widow. After I finish my K-drama, Happiness, when I first started, I wasn't really vibing with it. I was like, the concept, the premise is interesting. I'm staying there for this one actor, but now I'm staying for the whole cast. I'm staying for the whole story. The way that the writers have developed this story is incredibly astute, and it's just so fun to watch. And every turn there's something new going on, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's so fun and exciting. So I'm definitely going to be finishing Happiness because it does have 12 episodes and I'm in the middle of episode 10. Come on, girl. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Now that I've ranted about Yolk and talked a little bit about Alone with You in the Ether, I'm feeling lighter. You know what I mean? Like, before this clip, I had like a lot of repressed emotions. I had a lot of anger inside of me, but now that I let it all out, I wasn't the most eloquent in my feelings, but it does feel good to just let it out. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna finish my K-drama. Fingers crossed it's a good one. And yeah, I hope you're having an amazing day whenever you're seeing this, a day or night. I love you all so very much, and let's continue on with the vlog.
Hey Jimmy, you nice, keep going.